There are children and young people in schools across Ireland who will one day become doctors and surgeons, professors and business owners. There'll be children who will one day enforce policy and raise children. If in the most formative years of their life, we can give them a window to see God through and give them the skills to engage with what they see happening in the world around them through creative prayer, we have potential to shape our nation and our world. Prayer spaces in schools are creative pastoral places that fit right into the heart of school life. They can be day-long or week-long events, and when done in partnership with local churches and youth organisations, they can really see a long-term transformation of our communities and our schools.
Well, we've had a link with Dromore Youth for Christ for a little while in school, and prayer space was one of the first things that they tried in school. And we've used it in a variety of ways. We've linked it with some events in the Christian calendar and our school calendar, for example, Remembrance and Easter. And it's been very valuable in terms of the pupils' engagement. It gives them time to stop and pause and think about important things which they maybe wouldn't otherwise think about. The environment that they're in helps them, and it has been very effective. But I think most importantly it has led on to other developments in school, and we have embarked on a chaplaincy initiative as a result of our engagement in prayer space.
I think that this is like kind of a chilled and like a natural sort of environment, so people who maybe aren't used to church and like go into a prayer room can like just come and like pray, but casually, so it's not like too forceful.
Whenever you hear that something like this is going to happen in school, your first instinct is I wonder how the pupils are going to respond to it. And you sort of feel bad then afterwards because you almost had an experience where you thought that some of them wouldn't take it seriously or that they maybe wouldn't make the most of it. But I actually found like some of the kids who wouldn't even normally give their opinion, you see them writing it down, you see them writing things down and pinning them up, and you can sort of prompt little ideas out of them, and you find they really seem to benefit from it, even the ones I was sort of, to my shame, underestimating how they would throw themselves at it. But I think within school quite often you don't get the opportunity to really sit down and have that time to sit and think and pray, to just explore what prayer is and how they can be creative with prayer, and I think there is room for more of it.
My favourite prayer station is probably the big questions one, because you get the chance to ask people or God about serious questions. What do you think? Why they happen?
Schools are really good at telling people what to think, and pupils copy down notes and they understand ideas, but prayer space allows pupils to make up their own mind about God, and they allow them to be honest. Quite often kids have this understanding of prayers, kind of sitting on your knees with your hands crossed, and not particularly exciting, but there's just so many different ways of praying, and it just opens pupils' eyes as to what our relationship with God can be. I think it just makes God a little bit more accessible and gives the impression that he's not as distant as maybe they imagined he was.
Maybe focus on the baggage sometimes that people are carrying with them, and the young people, sometimes we can be hard on them, expect so much of them. You just don't know what people are carrying around, and it was nice that some of those young people wanted to share that in prayer.
And my favourite prayer station was the ribbon prayer station, because you can pray for hope, peace and love.
Sometimes their questions and their issues really surprise us because you don't get to see them in normal school day life, but in a prayer room those things come out more clearly.
Imagine if every child and young person across Ireland had the opportunity to have a prayer space in their school. Come partner with us as we dream of a better future for our young people.